The resurrection is the victory over death, but how often do we live as though it's never happened ever? Maybe you've locked yourself into your own tomb of fear and of uncertainty, waiting for someone or something to change the circumstance that you're in today. Fear convinces you that death has the final word, even when you know the tomb is empty. Fear tells you to lock yourself away instead of stepping into the victory that Jesus has already won for you. But we've got good news today. Fear can lock doors, but it can never lock out Jesus. John says Jesus came and then stood among them. And Jesus wasn't waiting for an invitation. He didn't knock and ask politely if he could come on in. Jesus just shows right on up to the disciples, right in the midst of their fear, right in the midst of their doubt, of all the uncertainties that they had had. That's the kind of Savior you and I both have today too. When we think about that fear the disciples were living in, there was a lot of depth to that fear. It wasn't just a fear of being embarrassed or of failing. It was a fear of real consequences. The religious leaders who had plotted Jesus' death were now looking to the disciples and were likely plotting their death too as followers of Jesus. And so naturally the disciples feared for their lives, not sure of what was going to come next. But Jesus doesn't hesitate. He showed up right in the middle of their fear to remind them that the victory was won for them too. That he was now alive. And he was alive not just in the physical sense, but he was alive in them. Jesus showed up in that room faster than some of us show up for free coffee and desserts after church. But what's the first thing that he says? It's not, what's wrong with you guys for deserting me and denying me? It's not, why didn't you believe that I was going to raise from the dead when I told you so many times? Jesus says this: peace be with you. Now, this isn't just a greeting. This is a gift that Jesus offers to his disciples and now to us. The Hebrew word is shalom, meaning wholeness or restoration. Everything that was broken has now been made right. When Jesus says, peace be with you, he's not just offering them a warm, fuzzy feeling inside of them. He's offering them a peace that they have now been reconciled back to God. This is a peace that goes beyond all understanding. It's the kind of peace that goes beyond any circumstance, good or bad, that we face in our lives. It's a peace that comes knowing that Jesus has done all of the work for us. It's a peace the world can't give, and it's meant to invade every single part of our lives today. Because peace isn't just something we have, it's something that we receive from Jesus. It's the fruit of his resurrection victory. Jesus conquered sin, death, and fear, and now peace is the result. And as a result of that victory, you can have peace in your heart, in the relationships that you have with others, peace with God, and peace in this world, no matter what comes your way. Because Jesus rose to give you peace.